Welcome back, everybody, to Planetbase. We are back here pretty much exactly where we left off. We still have a lot to get done. First things first, I want to get that comet detection or the meteor destruction laser beam up. So for the laser beam, it requires a telescope, and that requires a control center. No, that's no problem. Let's build the control center then. Bum. There it is. We'll build it down here. Now we have a good amount of power storage. We have a good amount of things producing power. I also think we're eventually going to need to get some water up. And I apologize about the phone going off. Now, the other thing we want to look at doing is building a starship pad? Landing pad? Yes, landing pad. So we're going to place that over here. We want the pad so that we can bring in traders and more colonists to help us work more. Right now we're running pretty basic. We have one small biodome. We only have one of each of the production machines in a small room. So we're eventually going to want to ramp up our production, which takes more workers. So we need the landing pad to do that, to bring in more people. We could definitely use some more workers, because right now there's not even a person working the mine, so we're not getting the ore to make any more iron. And we still have stuff outside that needs to be moved inside. I do apologize about that. Had to take care of something real quick. But anyway, we need to get this stuff inside so it stops deteriorating. And we're going to need some more colonists. So that is going to be the job of the landing pad, so we can bring some more people in. Now if we bring more people in, I'm also going to need more food. Because right now, well, we have 12 meals. That's fine. And we have 7 vegetables which go into the meal maker. We're doing okay sustaining what we have. We are going to want to look into getting more. Oh, we have a worker injured. So where is our doctor? He needs to be in here treating this guy. Is that you? There you are, the medic here. So he's going to go treat our injured guy. And I know I've said it in one of my other videos, but it's not part of this series, so if you're only sticking around for Planetbase, you will hear some noise in the background from time to time. I do have a parrot. She likes to make noise and play with her toys, and there's not really a whole lot I can do. So just bear with me on that. But I do again, I apologize. So, where are all of our workers? I have one in there. And this guy's broken down, getting fixed by the engineer. That one has nothing to do because there's no metal. All the metal is accounted for. Let's see, we have 3, and they're all here. And this place is waiting on 2. The connection's waiting on 1. That one's waiting on 2 more. So I'll tell you what, let's put the mine on priority so the workers will get in there and start working it. And as soon as we have a good amount of ore, we'll move the processors on priority so that they will start to refine the ore into the iron or the steel that we need. And I'm going to speed up time a little bit. See, we're doing okay on power. Let's see if I can check out our water usage to see how the water's going. You can see where it looks like either people are drinking or they're working with the crops. It doesn't really tell you what's using it. but that is something we might want to get a handle on because our water is getting low every once in a while. So what we can do is create a second water pump, but at the same time we don't have a lot of steel to do it with. So it's just gonna have to wait a little bit. Hopefully we can get by with what we have right now. We've been getting along so far, so... And we only have one oxygen generator going. We'll probably need some more water here in a little bit when we get more people, which requires more oxygen, which in turn is going to require more water. So we have two... Whoa, what was that? Wow, that was... I guess that technically hit, but it didn't break it. Wow, danger close. We need to get the telescope up and running so that we can build the laser too. I mean, I have the spares to fix things, but I don't really want it to kill any of my citizens by breaking the room they're in or depriving them of oxygen or anything like that. So that's definitely high up on the priority list. But for now, we just really need to get a handle on this steel situation. It's getting worked. We have 4 ore now. None of it's being processed because they're all in the mine, but that's okay. I'm gonna let it get up to about 6 or 7 or so, and then we'll start processing it just enough so that we can get the stuff we're waiting on, iron or steel, to get built, and then we'll put them back on normal priority. And our power still's fine. I don't even think we finished using up one of these power collectors. We have the solar panel and the wind turbine going. Oh, most of our stuff's gotten moved inside, so that's a bonus. And let's see, I'm gonna keep an eye on the power on this nighttime just to make sure that that we're not getting low on power running all these buildings at once. Up to 6 ore. I'll give it 1 or 2 more. Just let them keep moving everything into our storage room here. How many workers do we have? Because we have 2. We have 2 in the mine right now. So how many do we have? That's not the right one. We have 3 workers, so I don't know where the other guy is. Maybe he's sleeping. And we only have 1 engineer and 2 biologists. Definitely have some room for additional members to the colony who definitely need more worker. We need more of a little bit of everything, really. Because the other way you can get food is actually grow it in a lab, which sounds kind of gross, but when you're living on a planet with no animals and your only source of food right now is vegetables, they probably would take some lab-grown meat, to be honest. And in order to grow that, you need engineers to work on the machines, so only 1 engineer to handle all the building and keeping up with the robots and everything. I probably want to get a few more in before we do that. Alright, we're up to 8 ore. We're going to take the mine off priority and we're going to set the production room priority so that our workers will get in here and start converting that ore into the metal so we can build these other 2 buildings and then move on from there. We're doing fairly good on food. 16 vegetables, 7 meals made. The meal maker is completely full of meal, so I'm okay with that. That's pretty much a meal for all the colonists we have right now anyway. So they're going to get in here and they're going to start working these machines. And I don't know what the other guy's going to do. Okay, he's going to go into the mine. He had nothing better to do and I'm okay with it. And we want to also look into maybe start on the actual production of spares and things like that, because I think for the laser, I can't even see it because I don't have a telescope. And I can't see that because I don't have a control center. But I believe the laser requires semiconductors or something along those lines, which is made in one of the production facilities. kind of like an advanced crafting area, whereas this is the basic crafting area. So that's something we have to look at doing next as well. Alright, we're getting this stuff turned into iron. Come on, let's make these buildings. I think you have enough now. And this one's waiting on one more. And this one's waiting on 2 there, 1 there. We're getting there. We're getting there. Alright, this nighttime is about over. Oh yeah, we're doing perfectly on power. We haven't even really broken into this battery. Alright, the landing pad's been built. First things first, I'm going to turn everything off. Okay. We got in new people automatically. That's crazy. But anyway, we got, what did we get? A biologist, a worker, and an engineer. A little bit of everything. I'm okay with that, frankly. That was a good little mix. I didn't mean to do that. I don't know if I have the necessary infrastructure set up to handle 3 more people. But I guess, first off, we'll just make another bed. And then we have to worry about food. So, also, real quick, I want to check our oxygen supply now that we have 3 more people. What do we have here? Water, don't need. Food, I don't need. So oxygen, that went down, but it's not dangerously low. What if I get more information if I click on this? Okay, 22% oxygen, that's okay. Man, these meteors are dangerous. Alright, so we will accept traders for now, and I'm going to keep the colonists off for now. And I'm going to build, I guess just to wait until this is done, huh? Let's speed time back up here. I should have enough steel. Let's just call it metal. Okay, I should have enough metal to finish this now. No, 1 more. 2 more. Because 1's here and that's all I have, and this one requires 2. 2 more metal. And we can get this building built. There's 1 leaving. And then he decides he doesn't want to work on it anymore. Okay. Come on, you know the guy in here. There you go. So he's going to work on that metal, and that should get the control center built. And I guess the other silver lining of this is I'm also getting plastic built at the same time, because you cannot prioritize a single machine, you can only prioritize the entire room. So the plastic's going to get made at the same time, which is okay. So we got the room built. Now I don't think 8 people are going to be eating at the same time. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to recycle one of these tables. What? It's making me nervous. And then I'm going to make another meal maker. This way that there's twice as many meals ready to go. And yeah, they'll be okay. Only 4 people eating at one time. That's pretty much a little under half our colony anyway. So I think they'll be okay. And we'll make a bigger canteen later if we need to. Or when we need to. So do we get all the metal that we need? Yes. So our robot's coming out here to build it. Bring that up. And then there we go. Now the next thing we need in order to protect our colony from bombarding meteors is... The next thing we're going to need is the... What is it? Telescope. Okay. And it costs 2 to 4 metal. 4 for the large one, 2 for the smaller. The thing about this is if you build a smaller one, there's a less chance that your people will see the meteor coming or the sandstorm coming, and you won't get notified of it and it won't get shot down. So the bigger one gives you a better chance to see things before they happen. So we're going to go ahead and build the bigger one. Even though it requires 4 metal, we have 9 ore ready to be processed. You know what? At the same time, let's go ahead and make another metal processor so we can have 2 going at one time. That sounds like a good idea to me. So they're going to start working on the telescope. Oh, sandstorm imminent. This would be a good time to test this. We're going to go, because we have the control center now, we can issue alerts. And we're going to go and issue a yellow alert. This will bring all of our people inside and won't let them leave. And let's see what the trader has while we're here. He wants to sell us a patent for the Goliath turbine. That would be fantastic to have, but I don't have anything worth that. 560 with your commission. I'd like it, but I can't. And nothing else. I'm really fine. You can leave. Alright, let's speed time back up. Get our workers coming out of the mine due to the yellow alert. And then our wind turbine is going to be pretty much producing almost at full power because the wind's blowing so hard. So people are just going to stay inside and get some stuff done. Maybe they'll get the this built, the metal processor. Alright, now the sandstorm's over. I can stop the alert. People can go back outside. I don't know what's taking so long to get this built. There it goes. So now we should have 2 workers in here and 1... Oh no. All 3 workers should be in here. And as soon as we get this metal processed, then I'll take the room off of priority and people can get back to doing whatever they were doing. Or they can go off and go to sleep. That's okay too. So we're waiting on 2 more for that. Now the telescope cannot work by itself. It has to have someone looking through the lens. In order to do that, in our control center we built, we're going to add a telescope console, which requires an engineer to work. So it will only spot things ahead of time while an engineer is sitting at that console. So normally I like to put this room on priority so there's always someone manning the consoles in here. But with only 2 engineers, I don't think we can afford to do that yet. We also want to get a lab going. With the lab, it turns the medicinal plants into medicine. And it's something for our doctors to do rather than just sit around twiddling their thumbs until someone gets hurt. And then we could turn around and use that and sell the medicine if we need to, if we have extra. But right now we don't have any medicinal plants anyway because we're only growing food at the moment, which is what we need. We're doing fine on food. That's good. We're supporting the new 3 people just fine. 1 more metal for the telescope. And that should be getting done here shortly. And here's another trader. What do you have? You have the mega collector. That would be even better to have. But, you know what? $660? Can't afford it. I probably couldn't even afford it selling everything I have. I'm sorry, you can go away. Oh, awesome. The telescope is built. See, this is telling me that there's nobody manning it. Which an engineer may be on their way to man it right now. Yep. And if you look, this will open and the telescope is working. So if there's a meteor or a sandstorm imminent or on the way, this has a 60% chance to see it. Well, it won't tell you a meteor is on the way. It'll just blast it with the laser if you have a laser, but it will tell you ahead of time when a sandstorm is coming if it sees it. That way you can get your people inside before the sandstorm actually starts. But anyway, I do appreciate everybody for stopping by today's episode. I'm going to leave this here, and until the next episode, thank you so much for stopping by, and I will see you then.